All information contained in this podcast is general in nature and does not consider your individual circumstances. You should consider the appropriateness of this information with regards to your individual objectives, financial situation, and needs. Welcome to Sharing More Than the Sheets, a podcast to help you and your partner make better financial and lifestyle decisions so that you can both focus on the things that you love. I'm your host, Michael Khouri, financial planner, green thumb, husband, and just dad. Okay, so it's a new year. Let's make some goals. Let's set some goals. Let's change. Let's be different. Or maybe let's just keep doing the same thing we were doing last year. I wanted to talk about something which, a very important trend that I see very regularly, and we probably all see it, but a new year comes up. I have lots of great conversations with people in January. February usually more often, because January everyone's still sort of getting back into it. But we have these conversations about being a new year. Let's do things differently. It's a fresh start. It's time to do things differently, which is great. But then nothing actually happens. And suddenly June comes around. July comes around. Hey, how are things going? Oh, yeah, they're doing okay, but we just got a little bit busy. This popped up, that popped up. Oh, yeah, this has been a bit hard, and we've just been dealing with this, or we're just waiting for this. September comes around, October comes around. It's Christmas nearly. November, December, another year passes. Nothing changes. Does this sound like you? I think we can all relate to this. For me, it definitely relates when it comes to my fitness. Now, I am fitter now than I was last year, thankfully, because I've been doing a lot of new things. Definitely not perfect, but I'm fitter than I was last year. But I can tell you now, if you look at the previous periods before that, I had all these great ideas and everything, and nothing came out of it. And I wanted to just share a couple of quick tips and just things that you can do to really, really make sure that you are, taking action, doing something. And there's no science behind this. I haven't Googled anything or done some research. It's just literally just off the top of my head. And I'm just going to start by saying, keep it simple. Instead of setting 10 goals, which may potentially overwhelm you and it may potentially complicate things, just set 1 or 2 goals to initially work on, to be like, you know what, this is what I'm going to focus on. We've all heard of the saying of keep it simple, stupid, the KISS status, but just keeping it simple makes a big, big difference compared to having something that's overly complicated, especially when you're in a relationship and maybe you've got a goal together. One of you might love complicated goals and strategies, but the other person probably hates it. Or maybe he or she finds it overwhelming, having something that's too complicated. So keep it simple. The second one is have some accountability in it. So for example, work on it with your partner. Get a financial planner. Yes, I may seem biased. I'm a financial planner. I'm telling you, get a financial planner. But honestly, get a financial planner. Have someone there that knows what they're talking about in your corner, that's experienced with these things, to help you be accountable, to help you, to create this level of accountability. But I'd even probably say, to help you move in the right direction, to help you take the right steps towards your goal. Because really, a goal is great, but whether it's fitness or money related, you could probably do your own research, but there's a chance you may be following the wrong thing, because as we know, what works for one person may not work for another, and it usually doesn't work for another. So speaking to a professional to get advice on the right steps to take for that goal is a big part as well. So there's the accountability, but there's also the know-how, the knowledge. And the third one I'd probably say is to prioritize these things as well. So if you've got 2 or 3 goals, prioritize. What are you going to focus on first? What's the most important one? And work from there. It is going to make a very, very big difference if you just start taking steps. That first step is usually the hardest. I'll sometimes say it's just a phone call, calling someone. If you're looking at buying a house, just call an agent, call a broker, call someone, start the process and get the ball rolling, because you'll find that the rest will be a lot easier from there, because it'll just gradually, momentum creates momentum. If you are looking at investing, speak to someone, start something, start investing, even if it's $5 a week, just start something, just to start the process. Exercise. You don't need to sign up for 7 different gyms. Find one. Find a fitness studio. Find a gym buddy, someone to go with. Just start a process. Like, I'm just going to start this. You don't need to run a marathon straight away. Just start running around the block 3 times a week, 4 times a week. Just start something and get it happening. The other thing as well, actually, and this one's a big one, is build it into your process, build it into your week. So for example, if it's investing, if it's fitness related, build it into your schedule. Don't just expect time to pop up and appear by itself. Make the time for it, have it in your diary. So for me, for example, I started Pilates a year ago, and I still do it because it's in my diary, certain times in the week, certain times, and it's there. Like, I can't book anything else in during that time because it's there, and I prioritize it. If you're looking at investing, set something. It could be a set amount per week, per month, but just set it in, have it there. It's happening time-wise. If it's having time to talk to your partner about money, about reassessing finances, or with your advisor, set a time in the week, every single week or every month or quarter, diarize it and be like, yep, this is going to be us talking about X, Y, and Z, or just reviewing things or looking at how we're going or looking at our progress. And the biggest thing I'll say as well, and there may be a little bit of controversy around this one, but just make sure it's something that you actually want to do or something that you actually care about. So don't say, hey, I'm going to get fit this year if you don't even want to be fit. If you don't want to be fit, that's your choice. So don't just decide to get fit just because you think you probably should. If you don't want to do it, don't get fit. If you don't want to improve financially, if you don't want to do better with your money, then don't. It's your life. It's completely up to you what you want to do. But if it is at your priority list, if you want to do better financially, if you want to be fit, if you want to achieve goals, then just go for it. But make sure it's something that you actually care about. Don't just do it because, hey, I probably should. Because and the reason I say this, and I'm not saying you should ignore your health or ignore your money, but if there's no passion, if there's no excitement, it's just going to be another goal that's written down on a piece of paper that doesn't get you anywhere. It's going to be another thing that you just put out there, you talk to someone, oh yeah, you might look into it, but nothing actually comes out of it. It might be that treadmill that you buy that just sits in your living room collecting dust. It may be that financial plan that you pay money for, but you don't even follow. So make sure it's something that you're passionate about. Follow these steps, get some accountability, get some knowledge and direction, and focus on these things so that you can smash your goals. And it will hopefully help you to focus on the things that you love so that you can do better, be better, and feel better. Thanks for joining us on Sharing More Than the Sheets. Please make sure you subscribe to be updated with future episode releases, and feel free to share this episode with any friends or family that you think it might benefit. Please visit us at sharingmorethanthesheets.com.au to submit questions or requests for future podcast topics. These podcasts have been brought to you by Better Financial Planning Australia. To book a 15-minute phone chat, visit betterfinancialplanning.com.au.